EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the banks of the Ohio River at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
11 MP,
Burrow will throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably get a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now is to go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they are on the board. It's no trailing. It's 7-3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So no.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through. That makes the lead at 10 seconds. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it.
Here we go. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Here we go. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 46 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
11.
Now Burrow on first down. He's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
You don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
11 inside.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up third and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Hey, report!
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. And Walker has it. A little juke. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
And some room to work. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Ravens 28, Bengals 13.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
42.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. He'll try again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels...
There he goes, right side. The 40. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go.
Fourth down, here's Joe Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 121 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, That really opens things up for you.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Trey Hendrickson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
12, 11, Thomas.
Burrow will throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And now here is another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And this is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.